Welcome to the Be Encouraged Show. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Frank.
We are so excited for today's show with Travis Chastain and Francisco with his Engraved Company. Two men who have really taken their journeys and they found their faith along the way and healing.
Travis rehabilitating his arms and back without surgery with his Alexander technique was a turning point for him. And Francisco turning creative engraving into a legacy business.
I spent a lot of my early youth in existential crises, I believe that was the biggest part of why I had the tensions in my back that caused so much trouble is, what am I doing here? What am I supposed to do with my life? Where am I?
The doctors told me that
yes.
I shouldn't be talking, I shouldn't be walking, I should be paralyzed.
For me, the thing that was so beautiful about the Alexander technique for me was not that I healed my back. It's that I could play music again. I could inspire people playing music again. I could help other people to inspire other people.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Be Encouraged, Colorado's voice for growth and good. I'm Frank.
I'm Lisa.
Listen, today's show is sponsored by Hive, helping inspire visionaries everywhere. The Hive connects purpose-driven visionaries with the service providers who can help bring their ideas to life. So whether you're building a business or looking to help someone else chase a big dream, the Hive is here to help you find the right connection. Visit thehive.vision to learn more. And we left some flyers for you guys because we love you.
Yes. So today we're joined by two men who have taken life-changing experiences and turned them into opportunities to bring healing, creativity, and hope to others.
Oh, isn't that awesome? I couldn't have described these two knuckleheads better, right?
We know them well, actually.
Yes, we do. And all of that's true about you
Yes.
guys.
Including the knuckleheads part.
Yes.
Including the knuckleheads. Absolutely. Hey, I want to ask both of you guys, because this is just a wonderful space, I believe, to start. Both of you doing great work in our community. What, Travis Chastain, is the biggest challenge that you've overcome in your journey so far?
As a businessman?
Human, businessman?
As a human.
Take your pick.
The biggest challenge that I've overcome, despair. Yeah. I spent a lot of my early youth in existential crises, and from that point, that I believe that was the biggest part of why I had the tensions in my back that caused so much trouble is, what am I doing here? What am I supposed to do with my life? Where am I? All these things, right? That require real purpose to answer. And, my journey was a journey of finding those answers from one thing to another, the Alexander technique being one of those processes that led me to that. Right? So the existential crisis, which led to the partial paralysis and the right arm. And from there, overcoming those things with the Alexander technique and finding God as well in the process.
Right on. When you say existential crisis, because not everyone understands that terminology.
Yes.
What, you haven't read Friedrich Nietzsche? Why not? He did lose his mind after all.
So I want you to boil that down for our audience and give us, because they may be experiencing existential crises right now and not know it.
Who's not experiencing existential crisis in one area of their life or another, right? Well, what I mean by that is just simply, understanding what the meaning of your life is. What is the meaning of your life? Right? What is the meaning?
So what you're saying then is that most people on earth are experiencing that.
Yeah.
Because very few know the meaning of their lives.
Yeah. Very few know the meaning of their lives.
Yeah.
I think it's part of carrying your cross too, is to find the meaning of your life.
Yeah. Indeed.
Right? Yeah. And ultimately the meaning of our life is to help other people find their meaning. I think. At least that's part of my meaning.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
You
should
know, it's
be
to
a
help
part of
others.
everybody's
It should be a
meeting.
part of everybody's. Yes,
Yeah.
we're here to help each other.
Indeed.
Right? We're here to help each other move effectively through life in a way that touches and impacts everybody else's life for the better.
Well said, my friend.
That's what an existential solution is.
Yeah,
Existential
existential answer.
Crises. It's the word of the day.
Existential crisis. I'll say it another 7 times as I drink my existential coffee.
And you get to existentially follow that.
I have to existentially follow that. Thanks, Travis. Wow. What have I overcome? Man, there's so much to
Unpack.
chew on that, because in the past 9 months I've been healing of 3 strokes. And that's
How many
it.
strokes?
3
3.
strokes.
Wow.
Yeah, I got clogged artery and tear cerebellum dissection, and then so it's a miracle that I'm here. I mean, the doctors told me that
Yes.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be talking, I shouldn't be walking, I should be paralyzed in one of the face or whatever. But God's here. God's good. you know,
Yes.
God
and
is
then
good.
and I do believe that He is real, and He still heals. I mean, we read the Gospels, and where we saw so many people healed by Jesus, and I believe that still happens today because I have experienced it, and I'm still healing because God created us to be self-healing. We see how when we cut ourselves with a little knife and how that heals itself, and then
Yeah.
I believe that it takes time, but I really believe that that's where I'm at. So
You know, God wasn't going to let you have paralyze that handsome face.
You gotta be strong and courageous.
I have to be strong and courageous. Yes, I mean, man, I have experienced a lot of the goodness of God in the past 9 months. I'm still walking in my journey. I'm still in my journey of healing, but it's compared to the first 2 weeks after the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where we're at.
We're so glad you're here, aren't we,
Yes.
Lisa?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you. Well, Thank you, Travis, for
Thank you.
picking me, you guys.
Lisa, I can remember, I don't know if you do, but when we heard the news
Yes.
about Francisco having a stroke,
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were all
I thought
shocked.
someone was just messing with me or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was true.
It was it was a shock for me too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, for the last 48 years of my life, I don't get sick,
Yeah.
and suddenly, it just
Well, the first half you were too drunk to realize.
really, seriously, man, seriously. And
Whether you were sick or not.
I couldn't believe it when
Existential
my
crisis.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when my wife told me what had happened.
Yeah.
And the way she described it, how my eye was going back and forth, and then, man, that's like scary.
It must have been terrifying for her, you know.
It was for her.
Oh, yeah.
For me, I don't remember anything.
Right, yeah.
You don't?
No,
Wow.
I was pretty much out 3 days, and the 4th day they sent me home. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, but
We're so glad you're here.
thank
Yeah.
God I'm here.
You know, Travis, you came to the Alexander Technique out the devastating car crash. What was the moment like when you first realized it could help you heal?
That's my road to hope.
But when was that moment? How did you
When
know?
was the moment?
Yeah.
I'd say the first moment was after I'd been practicing the Alexander Technique for about 2 months, I'd say. I got this experience when I was using the principles of the technique on my own in the practice room. That's all I could do all day, every day was practice the Alexander Technique at this point. And there's this principle in the Alexander Technique called inhibition. And what it simply means is before I do an action, let me pause before I do the action, so that I don't get caught up in that psychophysical habits of tension that kept drawing me into pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm there. Lift your arm. No. Lift your arm. No. Think of your free neck instead. And I start feeling this ease in my back when I do that. It's a very familiar feeling that I felt in my lessons, but this is the first time I felt it on my own. And I'm feeling this releasing in the tension in my body. I'm feeling this lightness in my arm. I keep saying no to moving my arm, and then it just suddenly starts to move on very effortlessly, very easily. The resistances in my back started to shift. As I started to meet them, I could say, don't move anymore. Think of your free neck. Think of your free neck. Think of your back lengthening and widening, and it just kept moving. And, you know, beforehand, I could barely move my arm this high without it feeling like I was lifting a 2-ton car. It just like, it hurt so bad. And the fact that these little shifts after little shift after little shift in my back created this monumental change in my capacity to move my arm, and that I was able to do that on my own. Right? You know, I had plenty of experiences of hope within my lessons. But the fact that I was able to take what I had learned in my lessons and to apply that on my own for myself when I was in real trouble, and to create a real positive impact where I could actually move my arm. And at that point, I could actually start doing my physical therapy.
Yay.
Right? And at that point, I could actually start to control my thumb from shaking on the guitar.
Classical guitars.
Classical guitar.
Yes.
Yes. But it all hinged on this word we use in the Alexander technique called inhibition, right? Which allowed me to stop the negative tension patterns that were causing me so much trouble. And the fact that I was able to do that on my own, that gave me hope. That taught me that there's self-sustainability in my life.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That's so great.
Thank you.
So, Francisco, you created this amazing company, the Engraved Company, to help create lasting keepsakes. What inspired you and your beautiful bride, Jennifer, to start this kind of business? Like, tell us the story.
Okay, I will tell the story. It's a little long, but I'm short. So in 2015, we believed that God called us to go Cares Bible College, and so we moved from Portland, Oregon, and came here to go Bible College. But in 2016, I was struggling to make ends meet, and then I was driving from Woodland Park to Colorado Springs, and across from Safeway and Woodland Park, I was complaining. I was whining and complaining. I was telling the Lord, did I hear you right? Did I? Why did I move here? Because I'm having a hard time with money. And then I felt that the Lord was saying, yeah, I did call you to move, but I didn't understand what He had in mind. And so I was complaining about not having any degrees, college degrees. I don't have any degrees. And then and I was saying, Lord, I don't have any college degrees. I can barely speak the language. And then, and what do you want me to do? And so the Lord reminded me, well, you know about lasers. So back in Oregon, I worked in a laser house for 20 years, making circuit boards. So that's where I learned all about lasers. And then so I felt that the God was telling me just, hey, start laser engraving. And then so the same week, I came home and I told Jenny, my wife, and then and she's like, sure, let's do it. And then we went to a tour facility up in Golden, Colorado, and they have a factory there for a laser company. And and then we bought the laser, right there. I used my 401k. I was losing a lot of money at that time. Decided, okay, let's purchase the machine and then start the business. So we had this little garden shed behind my house, and 10 by 10 garden shed, and then we fixed it up, and then that's how we started. And so I thought, okay, so I have a business, everybody's gonna run to my shop. That doesn't work that way. That doesn't work that way. And then at that time, I was working for Safeway, and then so I decided. Well, I think God gave me the idea. I engraved my first tumbler, took it to Safeway, and showed it to everybody. And pretty much everybody started ordering my tumblers. And one guy showed up from Fort Carson. He started calling his friends. That's how we started.
That's awesome.
In 2020, we decided to go full time.
2020.
2020. That's
Yay.
right.
That was a great year.
That's right at the start of the COVID.
Yep.
But when God says that it will work, it will work.
Yeah.
And He showed Himself strong. Even to this
Yes.
day, we do this full time.
Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you do it so well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
The engraved.
Look at
company.
my beautiful tumbler. John and I got matchy for our anniversary a couple of years ago that they made for me. So yeah,
That's so
love it.
awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Lisa's picky.
I am.
So.
I'm very selective.
Same thing.
No, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, entrepreneurship is a trip, isn't it?
It's
I
man, you
tell
learn a
what,
lot.
You do learn a lot.
Yep.
You know, Francisco, I got a follow-up question for you as well. Running a product-based business can be tough, and a service-based business, I might add. What's been one of the hardest challenges you faced, and how did you push through it?
The hardest challenges for me was the marketing. And first of all, because we didn't have the fund, because I mean we are using our kids to run the machines, and we have to pay them. I cannot just not
Well,
pay
you
them.
don't have to.
I don't have to. I want to,
He
but
did free child labor in the tobacco fields.
No, I got paid.
Oh, did you get paid for
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good. Okay.
$1 an hour.
Oh,
but $1 an hour, yes.
$1 an hour.
$4 a pound, $9.94.
That sounds like an existential crisis.
yes.
$1 an hour back in the day, though, would go a long way.
Well, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, we're talking 50 years ago.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So, where we were?
Where was
asking
I?
Where was I?
We derailed you. Sorry.
Your hardest challenges that you face. You mentioned marketing, and you were expounding on that before Travis interrupted.
So, marketing is the hardest one where you don't have the funds to show your clients what you can do.
Yeah.
Because you can have a lot of products in your house, but it won't do any good if nobody sees it.
Right.
So what I started to do, just start taking a little, like what we just saw. I started to do that, and with the networking, that's been happening. So for the first time, we have paid somebody to do marketing for us this month.
Oh, just starting this month.
Just started, yeah.
Oh,
So that's
my.
for the
Online
first.
marketing or
It's
outreach?
email marketing.
Email marketing.
Oh, okay.
Since we had
How
so
long
many,
before you see some return on
we
that?
started already.
You already see
really?
return.
Started return.
Oh,
yeah.
all right,
Okay.
Lisa. We need to leave us a name. No.
Yeah.
There you go. But sometimes you have these tools, because we had this email, 3,000 emails, and we didn't use it. And I heard somebody, who was that? I think that was Tony Robbins. I think I was listening to him say, if you have emails, just use it, just send them out, and then like a newsletter monthly, and just
Yeah.
Is
show
that
what you-
Taz, by the way?
No, that was Christy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good, and it's been good. So little by little, but there we are.
Well, you had some marketing. One thing I love about you and that I've seen over time is that you show up.
Yes.
You're very consistent. Where the places that you go, you can count on seeing you, right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
you're one of the board members at VetNet
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
And and it's just wonderful half the battle is showing up, right,
Oh,
Lee?
yeah.
It really is.
We tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
consistent. Show up.
Consistent. That's
Show
the
up.
most
Show that
important
beautiful
thing.
smile that
Yep.
God gave you.
That's the most important thing. I mean,
Yes.
before my stroke, this is kind of crazy. Before my stroke, I used to think, okay, I'm gonna go that working and meet people, and then see who bites, right?
Mhm.
And then, but after the stroke, like my mindset changed, and I was thinking, I'm not gonna go only to get business because. I'm gonna be purposeful and meet people and hear their story.
Yes.
And that's what I've been doing. It's so different compared to before my stroke.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Something
Which is
came
kind
to
of funny because that's what I told you to do before your stroke. But you,
But yes. That's the thing. Sometimes we don't.
What are you implying there, Fred?
Right? No, but
we
right
can
here.
tell them, man. Not frank, right?
Sometimes people do tell us what to do,
Yeah.
but sometimes we wait till the worst happens.
Right.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Isn't that
Pain
something?
creates it,
Oh my
right?
goodness, yeah.
So, Travis, next question's for you, sir.
Yes.
All right. So, for many, back pain or injuries can feel hopeless to them, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen that and you personally experienced that. What was the most difficult part of your recovery and what kept you going?
I think that, for me, that when the back was shifting, there's inevitably this process that you run into pain. That was my thing, right? You're in pain, you release some tension, oh, that feels great. And then you run into deeper tension that reveals itself as more pain. And I would say the most difficult thing was just to, take the positive experiences that I was gaining and to continue to trust in that process through the difficult times, right? That was the thing, trusting in the process, not giving up when you run into the obstacles. And you're always going to run into obstacles on your health journals. You're always going to run into them. And they can be sometimes physical, they can be sometimes emotional, they can sometimes be mental, but you're going to run into them.
Yeah.
Right? And, you have to trust. You really have to trust that things can get better.
Yeah.
You have to believe that things get better.
It's kind of like they say, go to the gym and work out, but then after you work out consistently, you start getting sore.
Right.
And some days are worse than other days.
Oh, yeah.
But I know that, okay, I need to keep going because if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Right.
Right?
Right. And a lot of times you don't see the evidence, right?
Yes,
Offhand.
exactly.
You go to the gym the first day, and Simon Sinek says you see absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Right?
And you
And
feel
then you go the next
sore.
day, you see absolutely nothing, and you're like, "Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why am I suffering? Why am I voluntarily suffering?"
Voluntarily
Voluntarily,
suffering.
But that's the thing, though, is that it's the voluntary suffering that creates the growth.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we need to talk on that. Yes.
It's the
Thank
voluntary
you.
suffering
So
that creates the growth.
I'm trying to get this guy to go to the gym.
You can do it, my friend. You can do it.
I know I can.
I absolutely
My friend.
refuse.
It's okay, Frank. We
That's
can
okay,
go, because
Frank.
my doctor told me I need to go because I gained 12 pounds after the stroke.
Yeah. Well, when you lose them, I'm sure I'll find them.
Yes.
Yes, I like that. I like that, yeah.
Yes, you will.
You guys can give them to me. I need them.
Hey, listen, Lisa's always on my case, but I think I'm doing pretty good given I don't go to the gym, but I do 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day.
Yes.
Right on the
Works.
machine that I have.
Yes.
So, right? So I'm doing something,
something.
instead
It's
of
fantastic.
Nothing.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I'm
fantastic,
proud of you for
Frank.
that.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Don't bring it up again if you're really
Frank, are you taking care of yourself?
Yeah.
No.
Have you been eating
I'm
your
almost
greens?
70 70 now, you know. This next year I'll be 70 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's so concerned I'm gonna die.
Well, no, I'm just making sure he lives long and prosperous
And prosper.
for at least 12
I
more
get to
years.
work with you.
Yes.
Of course I'm prospering.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, he's steeped in purpose, so of course he's going to be around for a while.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are steeped with
You're
purpose.
steeped
I'm
in
steeped
purpose. You know, the
with
first
purpose.
time I met Frank, I'm like, that man is steeped in purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has overcome existential crises.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
How many times is that? 7?
Yes, he has.
You got 2 more before
more
you use
before you-
up
Before I
your
use up my
before you use up your existential comments, right? You're so funny. If you get to know Travis Chastain, and all of you need to get to know Travis Chastain,
Yes.
by the way. I tell you, he has quite a sense of humor. He really does. That's one of the reasons I love meeting with you, man, because I know I'm going to get a chuckle.
It's the Irish. You know,
Is that what it
Irish-
is?
the Irish side.
Yeah. I didn't think Irish grew that tall.
Oh my gosh.
But it's because of the Norse. It's the Norse side that gives me the height, and then the Irish side that gives you the sense of humor, and then it's the French that gives you the attitude. So it's a whole. I mean, there's no wonder it was an existential crisis.
You're a holistic human, aren't you? You got it all.
I do.
Yeah, Mrs. Chastain, I hope you're listening.
Well, well, you know, my wife she's Indonesian, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
so we're like, man, between the two of us, we basically got the whole globe covered.
Yes.
I'm a mutt of all mutts.
Oh my
You
gosh.
know?
You're American. Americans are mutts.
Yeah.
That's what we are. That's
It's
what
so
the nation
true.
was formed on,
Yes.
right? Is our muddiness.
Muddiness, yes, we're mutts.
Travis, I also got a follow-up question for you, my man, because we got a great production team that makes these questions for us. Is that you, Kyan?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Kyan with
They're
Hive
creative.
is out here, and yeah, he does great work. So now that you're teaching, how have you seen the Alexander technique change other people's lives? Give us some testimonials.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing that I'm most proud of is whether it's people that I worked with Parkinson's disease, like I was able to use the technique to slow down my tremor on my own, right? Or I was able to use the technique to get down those stairs, for example, right? You know, the stories of overcoming. A woman who came to me for chronic back pain, like, oh, I was in the midst of driving my car, and I had an episode in the middle of driving my car, and I used the Alexander technique and got me through the car ride.
Oh my.
You know, it got me out of that trouble in that moment, right? Somebody who had chronic migraines doesn't have them anymore. Doesn't have chronic migraines anymore, doesn't have headaches anymore.
Is there a testimonial? Because Parkinson intrigues me.
Yeah.
Because so many people, I even hear many younger people that are developing Parkinson at earlier ages now, and et cetera. So do you have a testimonial about a Parkinson patient that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one of the students I've taught, she, like I said, she uses the Alexander technique all day, every day anymore, right? And she struggles with tremor really badly, partly from her medication and partly just from the nature of the disease. But in either case, it could be extraordinarily overwhelming, right? But what I noticed, and what we both noticed, is when she was able to improve this head-neck-back relationship of hers and release that tension, inhibit, right? That word inhibition again. The tremor disappeared. Now it came back, obviously, it's part of the disease. But again, she was able to effectively manage those things, right? When she got into trouble, she was able to use the technique to better her life, right? To slow down the progression of the disease.
And there's one other segment of society before you get to your question, Lisa, that I think our audience really need to tune into. Those are physicians, dentists, these people in the medical space. Tell them how the Parkinson's, the Alexander technique helps these professionals.
Yeah, yeah. Well, dentists, what are they doing all day, every day? Staring at people's mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Going in there and working with people's mouths, right? And so, I mean, I've had many dentists who've come to me like, oh my gosh, my arms hurt, my back hurts, because they're over people like this all day, every day, right? Loading all this tension in their neck and their back, and they're sitting with poor posture in the process, right? We teach them how to just be open with their head, neck, and back, right, while they're working with people. And with that freedom and length in their back, it supports their arms. They're not putting that undue strain on their arms when they're filling in that root canal, for example. They're not putting in that undue strain on their arms when they're out there giving an operation, right? So, because the Alexander technique teaches you how to use yourself to empower your coordination with whatever it is you're doing, it can teach you to empower your coordination when you're given that surgery. And we have evidence, we have scientific evidence about how much it helps. Right? How much helps prolong these careers.
Indeed, indeed.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what we want. We
That's
want people to be
powerful.
there to be awesome for
Yes.
longer. Right?
indeed. Yeah, if you're working in my mouth and I want you croaking on me, or you let your arms get all jacked up, then I gotta come and get
Right.
somebody else, right?
Well, let's say if you learn how to use yourself, you have 55,000 root canals you can sound this next. But if you don't use yourself well, you're going to limit that number.
That's right.
Right? You're going to put all that undue strain in your body.
Yeah,
And you're going to do that as a habit, and you're going to break down earlier than
indeed.
you needed to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you. Lisa.
Francisco, so your items that you make are very commemorative, usually for commemorative milestones. How does it feel knowing your work becomes part of people's life stories and their legacies?
Wow.
Well, that's a good question. I don't know how to answer that. But because, how would I answer this? It feels very. I can't find the words because sometimes we do awards for local colleges, and then when you see a display of your work, and then it's something I don't know. Really, did I do that? Did we do that as engraved? But it's exciting to see. I guess it's exciting to see your work out there, or people showing off your work. That's because sometimes they market for you too, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, and then so I guess it's just an excitement and that people are doing this for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I take this everywhere I go. Every podcast, this is here, right? And this is your
Yeah.
work.
Thank you. Yeah.
In all my networking meetings, I have this.
You do.
And so, I mean, that's one legacy of John and I. But yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, you've created miracles for them.
Yes,
I
thank
did.
you for that. Keeping the love alive, baby.
But actually, this is true though, because back 3 years ago, I had this customer come. This was an urn. The ashes was in there, and somebody engraved it online. They forgot the year and the date.
Oh, no.
And the ceremony was going to be the following day. And they just like, can you guys do something? I need this done by today. And then I spent like 2 hours just lining them up and making sure the fonts are the same. But the final product is just amazing. And she went ahead and told everybody.
Of course.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It I guess just seeing the people's how people react when they see the final product,
Yes.
that's what excites me.
Yeah.
It pushes me to do what other stuff can I engrave.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do become part of people's stories and legacies
Absolutely.
with your work, my
Yeah.
friend.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, unforgettably so. And Francisco, for someone listening who dreams of starting a small business themselves, what's one step that they can take today to get them moving forward?
Good, very good question, Frank. Again, if you know that you're supposed to be doing what you wanna start, just go for it. Do it. Don't wait for someone else to say yay or nay. Just do it. If because sometimes we when God told me to start a business, I was a little bit afraid that if my wife was going to be in agreement with me, but I knew that I heard him, and then we just went for it, and luckily she agreed.
Yeah.
And then so if you have that in your mind that you want to do it, just do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Like
Just
the
do it.
Nike.
Yeah.
Nike.
Do it.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. Don't wait.
Yeah, and you know what I add to Francisco? Stop getting everyone's permission.
Yes.
And if people go and take their ideas and they talk to too many people,
Yes.
right? And well-meaning people, but
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
pushback and etc. Like Francisco said, just go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the worst
Exactly.
can happen?
Well, and I've seen people copycat other people.
Uh-huh.
And that is a thing.
It's
And
right.
and then you look back and go, well, I told them that I was going to do that. And then your dream still isn't even happening because you
Yeah.
told everybody and then other people were like, oh, that's a great idea. Let me do it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't
Yes.
let that slow you down.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Travis.
Yes.
All right. For someone struggling with chronic pain or physical limitations, what encouragement would you give them about their possibility of healing?
There's always hope for healing. There's always hope to meet you where you are and to move things a little bit in the right direction. One moment at a time, one release of tension at a time, one moment of ease at a time. All right? And these things build on each other very quickly when you really get to that, when you just really continue to give yourself to something like a principle, a process.
Indeed. You know, Lisa, before we move on to some things that we can take away from what we are seeing today, which is some incredible stuff from these gentlemen, I want you, and I can ask him this in all transparency, we're working on this, right? Together is because people don't know what the Alexander technique
No, they
is.
don't.
It is something that's been around for a long time.
Over 150 years.
Over
Wow.
150
Wow.
years it's been
Yeah.
around. Synthesize quickly for the audience what the Alexander technique is.
Right. The Alexander technique is a means of improving your coordination in anything that you do. It's a means of improving what you're doing in your head, neck, and back, little bit by little bit, to improve your overall quality of life, to improve your ability to do whatever it is that you want to do in your life and do it a little bit better. All right?
Yeah.
That's ultimately what it is about, is, yes, there's powerful healing to the Alexander technique, but what is healing without purpose?
Oh,
What's the point?
right.
Yes.
I got nothing.
And so, for me, the thing that was so beautiful about the Alexander technique for me was not that I healed my back using the Alexander technique. It's that I could play music again using the Alexander technique. I could inspire people playing music again using the Alexander technique. I could help other people to inspire other people using the Alexander technique.
Yes.
Right? You can show up better with your family when you're not in chronic pain, when you don't have a frozen shoulder.
Oh, yes.
Right? You can show up better for your community. It's hard to know what your meaning and purpose is if you're constantly being nagged by anxiety, depression, whatever it is that you're facing. Right? The Alexander technique for me and for many gives some space between ourselves and the stimuli of reaction, gives us some stillness in our life to let the nervous system heal. All right? You know, the nervous system can't heal if it's being revved up constantly 120 miles per hour.
Mm.
You need to take the foot off the gas in order to make sure that you can turn in a different direction.
Yeah.
If you need to turn
So
in
you
a
don't
different
turn
direction.
over, flip over.
Yeah. It's just, we're not meant to go all the time.
We're not.
Well, you know, my key takeaways with both you, Francisco, and you, Mr. Chastain, is that you not only found healing in what you're doing in life, but you're pouring into others. And your testimonials out there of finding God more throughout your healing journey.
Right.
And that you're touching so many lives with your beautiful products and with the J. Alexander technique.
Yeah.
It's this ripple effect that's so beautiful.
It's true.
Indeed. Well said, Lise. You know, what stood out to me the most is that can-do spirit that both of you exude. You know, that you really, what you're showing our audience today is, yes, there's hurdles. Yes, there's setbacks. Yes, there's challenge. But there's also, yes, purpose in life. And without that, what is the point? As you just so wonderfully said, right? Yeah. You want to take them out with
Yes, so
your specialty?
now's my favorite part. As you know, our mission is to infuse hope and encouragement to the world. So, Francisco, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
If you can look at that camera and encourage the world and then let them know how to reach you so they could get some more engraved products.
Indeed.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I would say this last thing. If you're having a hard time to find what you give a loved one or like a word for an employee or something, we can customize very much from cutting boards to words to make something custom for that special person, and we can put their names that they will never forget, right? If their name's on it, and then I was gonna say the last one. And the way you can reach me, I brought the card because I forget my own email.
That's okay.
That's the wrong one.
Mr. Network
Yeah, the
here.
card. Okay.
Oh, there it
You're ready
is.
to promote somebody else.
Yes. Okay. So, if you guys want to reach us at via email, it's orders@engravedcompany.com, or you can visit us in our website engravedcompany.com, and the email the phone number is 719-600-3110. My wife I call them kids, but they're actually over 10.
Yes.
They can respond fast. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Travis,
Oh,
you're next. Encourage
my-
the world
encourage
and then let
the
them know how to
world.
reach you.
Yes. Well, my encouragement is that if you have chronic back pain, neck pain, or joint pain, if you have Parkinson's disease, or if you're just stuck in any way, the Alexander Technique can help you. The Alexander Technique can teach you a way of moving progressively towards where you want to go. Is it going to solve all your problems? Of course not. But it's going to make you more resilient in the face of problems. It's going to make life a little bit easier in this moment and that moment. And you never know how powerful the littlest of shifts can be until you experience the littlest of shifts progressively, atomically happen to you. So there is hope. There's hope to release 1 centimeter at a time. Come see me, Travis Chastain, Body, Mind, Balance. You can find me there, or my number, 720-339-8521. I said that very fast. Let me slow it down. 720-339-8521.
We're sponsored by Brandon Kirk from Planet Duck.
Yes, he's the owner of Planet Duct, and he has the largest vacuums, strongest vacuums. And what is his slogan again, Frank?
Yeah, they're stronger than the vacuum of space. And Brandon and his family, with his 3 children, are just incredible. I know them personally. We've had a great opportunity to know them. He's a great family man. 25 years, been married to, what is his wife's name? Gaba?
And she is a beautiful artist, and yes, they have an amazing farm as well. But he loves the Colorado Springs. His give back throughout all local businesses in town is amazing, and we sure do appreciate him in town.
And one last thing, you know, many of you didn't know this, but Brandon has mentored many small business people in this community.
Yes.
His give back to our community is exceptional. So they really are.
Stronger than the vacuum of space.
Look up Planet Duck.
So that's it for today's Be Encouraged show. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook, and join us in all of our conversations at beencouraged.net.
Indeed. You know, remember, there's real talk, real growth, real Colorado.
Stay encouraged.
Yes.
Yay. Awesome.